News time. Nathan Cones over from the news studio for our latest update. Good morning, Nathan.
Morning, John, and good morning, everyone. A Guthrie Center man was killed on Wednesday afternoon after he was struck by a pickup truck while riding his bicycle. According to the Iowa State Patrol, the crash occurred at approximately 5:38 p.m. on Highway 44 east of Bluff Street on the east side of Guthrie Center. The initial investigation found a 2013 Ford F-150 operated by 83-year-old Francis Jr. Flannery of Panora was traveling westbound on Highway 44 and collided with a bicycle ridden by 69-year-old Wayne Wesley Hayes of Guthrie Center. Authorities say Hayes was riding in the traveled portion of the roadway when the Flannery truck struck him. Hayes was transported to Guthrie County Hospital by Guthrie County Emergency Medical Services for treatment, but later died due to his injuries. The Guthrie County Sheriff's Office also assisted at that scene. An investigation into the fatal crash is ongoing. The Friends of Kemper Ball hosted the annual kickoff to the 40th year of the largest fundraising event for the parochial school, announcing this year's theme. The legacy continues. Celebrating 40 years at the Kemper Ball has been selected as that theme for the Kemper Ball, which will be held on April 27th at the Kemper Fieldhouse. Advancement Director Heather Pedig says the school has a vast appreciation for the ones who started all of this off and the work and love they've poured into the Kemper Ball over the years.
Mark and Betty Schwery and Bev and Roger Chico Canny kind of came up with this idea and took it to Kemper after they'd seen a couple other schools in the diocese do it. And we are thrilled to kick off the 40th Kemper Ball.
Pedig extends her appreciation and those of everyone at the Kemper Catholic School System for the vehicle and ag raffle sponsors for this year. Of course, that's Motor Inn, Mackey Motors, Team Auto Group, Champion Ford, Witch Rock Motor Company, and New Way Ford on the vehicle side, and then Haley Equipment, Readers Equipment, and Van Wall Equipment on the ag raffle side of things.
Our ag and vehicle raffle sponsors are so important to us, and it is a highlight of the evening. We get up there and draw names, and people are so excited to hear who have won a voucher for our vehicle dealerships and our ag dealerships in the area.
A new thing this year is that they are no longer selecting couples to serve as co-chairs. Instead, the organizing committee is made up of 35 couples who will assist with getting the event ready from start to finish.
A huge thank you goes out to our volunteers who take call packets to contact our supporters and donors in the community and alumni not in the community. They just give them a call, let them know about the Kemper Ball. We are just so excited to get everything started.
Those interested in purchasing a ticket for the ball or the raffle can either wait to be contacted by the volunteers or visit their website at kemper.org. Again, that 40th annual Friends of Kemper Ball will be held on April 27th over at the Kemper Fieldhouse. And the Iowa Department of Public Safety released a statement Wednesday in regards to the sports wagering investigation after they were accused of improperly investigating the sports betting of college athletes without obtaining a warrant. The Iowa Department of Public Safety stated that the Division of Criminal Investigation and themselves are tasked to monitor sports betting in the state, enforcing Iowa's gambling laws, and that's all according to Iowa Code Section 80.25a. IDPS claims the department to utilize tools that are offered to regulate and enforce the laws as established by regulations. The administrative rules state that sports books are required to be able to locate and monitor the location of a player that is betting, and Iowa Code Section 99F.7a says that sports wagering licensees are to prohibit all individuals participating in authorized sporting events that are allowed to wager from gambling themselves. By using the software programs provided to the IDPS and the DCI from these licensees, it assists with identifying abnormalities and suggests suspicious or possible criminal activity. The IDPS says the department discussed with legal counsel before using the tools provided to ensure the correct procedure of the technology's usage was followed before the decision was made to file charges. The IDPS says they believe the evidence was obtained in a constitutionally permissible manner and that they always strive to uphold the laws and constitutions of the United States and the state of Iowa. And that is going to be wrapping up your Look At News right here on KCIM. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.
I think the state of Iowa is going to get taken to the cleaners on this one.
I don't like weighing in on stuff. I talked to a few attorneys that I know about this and just kind of like, hey, what do you think of this? There's a concept in law that's fruit of the poison tree. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Mm-hmm. But if you're not familiar with it, essentially is if you get evidence and you didn't get it correctly, it's not evidence anymore.
Yeah, anything that comes of that is no longer evidence in the case.
So, like, if you murder somebody and they don't get a search warrant, you're going to get away with murder. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a big deal. It's a huge part of the freedoms and protections provided by law. So they got to do it the right way.
Well, and honestly, it costs some of these athletes, I mean, their reputations, their potential future earnings, maybe, in certain cases. There's a lot of potential for really a lot of blowback for the state of Iowa on this.
The potential, I don't know how, like qualified immunity would be an interesting one as well, because the defamation lawsuits, like Hunter Decker is a good example. I don't like to use specifics, but I mean, he had the potential to make serious cash. He wasn't like
not only in pros, but just NIL and then potential pro contracts. I don't know what Hunter Deckers is doing right now. I mean, it's sad that his whole college career was blown up because of this whole thing.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, Jyrell Brock comes to mind as well. I mean, I'm an Iowa State fan, so I think of those players first. But the potential for huge numbers in a defamation lawsuit is there. I'll certainly be watching it as an Iowa State fan and as a news guy. This is very interesting. We'll set a very probably long-standing precedent moving forward, not just for gambling investigations, but investigations in general.
This is something that's going to last a long time, and the story is going to be continuing for probably years now with legal fights and all of that. So anyway, we can't solve it right now. We'd like to, but
I could solve it
if they would just listen to us every once in a while.
Don't do that. Again, this would never happen in Alabama or Ohio. Never would have happened.
Never. Oh, you would never see college kids investigated there.
Not saying it's right, but
no, nobody said it was right. That's for sure. Thanks, Nathan, for the news update once again. We got to get on to some weather forecast, and we'll do that next.